of this morning. As you breathe in, think to yourself, I love. And as you breathe out, think to yourself, you, referring to yourself. And stay here for a few minutes, just reminding ourselves of the compassion and love for yourself, for your body, and everything that you do. When your mind wanders, just gently nudge it back to your 3 words of self-love. When you're ready, if it feels good in your body, and a lot of this depends on how your birth experience was, bend your knees. So some options here, you can nudge the bolster or pillow out of your way. You might windshield wipe side to side. If it feels okay, you could draw your knees up to your chest and just take a gentle rock side to side. Honor your body wherever it's at today. The next time you're rolling to the right, roll yourself all the way to the right. Take your arms, stretch them away from your shoulders, and look at the tips of your fingers on your left hand. Allow your eyes to follow the gaze of your left fingers as you open your left hand all the way up to the floor behind you. Now with your exhale, nice and slow, close your arms. Follow the pace of your breath here, inhaling as you open, exhaling as you close. The next time your arm is open, stay there, take 3 full complete breaths. With each exhale, allow the left shoulder to either drop down closer to the ground or to drop a little heavier into the ground. Close your left hand onto your right. Roll all the way to your back. This time, feet to the floor, knees to the sky. Hands are going to go to belly, and just let your thumbs scoop around your side body. As you breathe in, feel your belly push into your hands, even the sides of your body. With an exhale, make a big shh sound until every last little drop of air is out of you. Feel everything pull together towards your spine like a corset. Shh. 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 Let your breath return to its normal flow. Option again to windshield legs side to side or knees to chest with a rock side to side, whichever one is best for you. Roll all the way this time to the left. Hands extend away from you. This time, gaze at right fingertips. Inhale, follow your arm as it opens all the way to the side. And exhale, close. Same thing, your breath, your pace, moving slow with ease here. If you have enough space in your bed, this can be a nice movement to take before you get out of bed in the morning. Usually I have at least one other human in my bed, so I don't quite have enough room. The next time your arm is open, stay there 3 full breaths. Use your exhale to let your right shoulder drop a little bit heavier into the ground. Bring your right arm over on top of your left. Roll to your back. Feet to the floor, knees to the sky. Hands on belly, thumbs wrapping around, just like before. Inhale, expand against your hands. Exhale, big shh. Twice more. Last time with movement here on our back, either knees up or windshield wiped side to side. Roll all the way to either side and then use the strength of your arms to press yourself up. Really important not to crunch the front of our abdominal wall postpartum. Finding your way to hands and knees. And when you get to your hands and knees, close your eyes. Just start to move your body in any way that feels good to you this morning. Find a neutral tabletop. And then one more big breath. Out. Now, at the end of that breath, feel the constriction, the tightness through your core, and see if you can maintain it. Hover your right hand and your left knee just a little bit off of your mat. Set that down to the ground. Press yourself back, child's pose. In our child's pose, it might feel good to take a traditional child's pose with the knees wide, toes together. That might not feel great in your body. If it doesn't, keep your knees together, forehead to the mat, and then option to bring your hands down by your feet. Hands return under shoulders. Move however feels good in your body. Strong neutral tabletop. Big exhale. Hover left hand, right knee. Set that down. Separate your hands just a little bit wider than your shoulders and very slightly angle your fingers in. As you breathe in, bring your nose down to your mat. Feel your shoulder blades move together. And when you come up, all the way up, but push the shoulder blades away from your spine. So it feels like there's a rounding in the upper back, but we're not tucking chin into chest. Inhale down. We're just getting those shoulder blades moving. And exhale up. Just like before, follow the pace of your breath. Two more. If this feels too easy, you can inch your knees away so you're more plank on knees. Now, the next time we're up, we're just going to walk our hands forward for puppy dog. Forehead to the ground. If that feels like not enough of a stretch, you could bring your chin to the ground. Thinking of someday, one day, our heart resting on the ground. With an exhale, draw your belly button up, support your back, forehead to the earth, hands under shoulders. Exhale, big rounding through your spine this time. Chin all the way to chest, tailbone reaches down for the ground. And as you breathe in, a neutral, strong spine. We'll move between those two shapes a few times. Exhale, big rounding, really push the mat away. Inhale to neutral. Once more. Exhale, chin all the way to chest, tail reaches towards the ground. And back to center. Awesome. Anchor into your right hand with your left arm, big arm circles. Nice and big, take up space. The next time our arm is up, we'll actively push into the right hand. Make circles with your left wrist. Reverse the circle. And as you exhale, scoop your arm all the way through underneath you, bringing your cheek or temple to the ground. Some options for your right hand. It could just rest heavy. You might reach it away from you, lift up the wrists, and then press into this shape. Another choice is to take the hand to your low back. Which of these shapes would honor your body, would show yourself some compassion and love? Bring your hand back down to the ground, push into your hand, reach all the way back up to the sky. And then return down to your mat. Taking the hands a little bit wider than shoulders, again, slightly angled in. Exhale, belly back. And then this time, instead of going all the way down, nose to the ground, as we breathe in, we're going to slide the shoulder blades together towards the spine. And as you breathe out, push the mat away. So none of the movement is coming from bending the elbows. It's just moving the shoulder blades on our back. Again, if this feels too easy, move your legs further away from your hands. Someday, one day, maybe progressing this all the way into a full plank, but no pressure at all. Meeting your body right where it is today. Solid tabletop. Hover your right knee off the ground. We're really going to pull belly back towards spine. So you might imagine there's a hot cup of coffee resting on your back and you don't want to spill any of it. Keep that cup of coffee steady as you extend your right leg long and then bring your knee down to hover. Then you connect this movement to your breath. Option 2, you might add in the left hand. Again, hot cup of coffee on the back. Not wanting to lose any of that coffee. More mindfully, slowly, you can hear the shake in my voice. We do this movement, the more we get out of it. Super easy just to swing the legs and not engage our core. One more. Child's pose, again, option for traditional or the embryo variation, whichever one is feeling better for you today. Maybe you find big, deep exhales, letting some tension release from your body. Come back to hands and knees. Exhale, tail drops, chin to chest. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, tail drops, chin to chest. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, one more time through. Staying in your neutral, this time grounding into left hand with our big circles. The next time your arm is reaching up, push into your hand, circle through your wrist. Feel the space you're making across your chest. Reverse the wrist circle. Scoop all the way through. Cheek or temple down to the ground. Finding the option that works best for you on this side. Hand resting. Pushing into the fingertips. Or hand coming behind, resting on your low back. Bring your left hand back down to your mat, push into the earth, reach all the way back up to the sky with your right hand. And coming on back down. Nice and strong, steady hands under shoulders. One more time of our scapular push-ups, shoulder blades together and apart. Really important to mobilize this area of our body. Nice, find that steady, strong. This time left knee just hovers a tiny little bit. Extending and bending through the leg, imagining that big hot cup of coffee on your low back. Option to add in opposite arm if you're feeling pretty steady. This movement super great for core stabilization. Take 2 more rounds. Nice. And then walking out puppy dog one more time here. Puppy dog doesn't feel good. Child's pose or embryo is a good alternative. Resting on your chin, bring your forehead back down. Exhale, belly button to spine, hands under shoulders. Check in with your body. How is it wanting to move right now? When you're ready, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Options for down dog, maybe you keep a bend through the knees, really push the mat away, find some space in your back. Walk your feet all the way up to meet your hands, keeping a generous bend in your knees so your back body can get soft. If the sway side to side feels good, take that. And halfway lift, lengthen your spine. In your halfway lift, notice where the weight is in your feet. Can you get it nice and even? And then exhale, squeezing through the glutes as you rise. Standing strong, Tadasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Few rounds of half sun salutations. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, bending through the knees, draping down, letting tension go out of your neck and shoulders. Halfway lift, engaged core. Standing strong, squeezing the glutes to rise. Drop your hands down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, heart. Inhale, push down into your feet as you rise. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, stand. Tadasana. Full breath in, root to rise. Really good. This time sitting back, hips going back nice and low. Push into your heels, exhale, rise. Inhale, going down, sitting the hips back. Exhale, up. Couple more rounds here. And the next time we're sitting back, just a little seat, not crazy deep. We'll leave our right foot in front. Left foot is going to hover just a little bit off of the ground. Hips are staying even. From here, just tap the left toes back and bring them up to meet your right. Now, as you bring the leg forward, exhale. Feel your belly get tight. Inhale to extend. Exhale to bring the leg in. Shh. One more. Shh. Extend the leg back. Take a deeper bend in the right knee until your left foot is all the way down at the ground. Take our arms overhead. At the top, exhale, draw belly button in, goal post your elbows. Take your arms down behind you and either interlacing or finding a strap. My shoulders have been quite tight lately, so I'm going to use this strap. Open up through the heart. Feel the shoulder blades slide down towards your hips, space across the collarbones. And then with an exhale, bring your right shoulder down inside your right knee. Just let your head, your neck get soft. I'm a fan of the strap because my shoulders are feeling pretty tight. And if you go wide enough with your hands, eventually gravity takes over and it's not a struggle like you're feeling you're lifting your hands. Come all the way back up. Shine your heart up at the top. And then straighten into your right leg. We'll turn all 10 toes towards the long edge of our mat. Now here, if you have a strap, great. We're going to take it overhead and a belt, towel, really anything could work here. You'll put some tension in on this and then nice and slow go down towards your hips and back up. Doing quite a bit of focus on stretching the front of our chest this morning, creating space there, which should alleviate a little bit of tension through the neck and upper back. Now notice the spot that feels the tightest in your body. Take 1 inch up and downs right there. And then hold where you feel the most sensation. Put some tension in. Breathe fully. And just releasing your strap. Turn your right toes to the front, your left toes to the front until you're in a lunge. So stable lunge, a wide base. We'll inhale to take the knee down to the ground and then exhale to push it back up. We want our left glute to be doing a lot of the work. Really common when we've had babies for our glutes to turn off. I find it helpful if I take a finger and just remind my glute, hey, do some work here, please. Nice. Now the next time the knee comes down, we're just going to leave it there, untuck the back toes, and let your hands come down to the mat, blocks, bolster, if it feels good to take things up a bit. Option to stay right here, or the option to take your right hand to your right hip and lift the right shoulder up to the sky. Beautiful, so good. Close your shoulder if you're twisted. Straighten into your right leg. A little bit of a hamstring stretch. 3 full breaths. Not as much stretching in our postpartum class here. You still have that hormone relaxin flowing through your body that makes everything pretty loosey-goosey. So we do a lot more focus on strengthening. We'll just bring that right leg back. Hands to the ground, option for movement, option for child's pose. What would be the best choice for you? Meeting in tabletop or a plank on the knees, one last time of the shoulder blades moving together and then pushing away from your spine. Belly nice and strong, pulling towards center here. Creating stability within your body. Adjust your hands, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. Feet come up to meet hands, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, rise, squeezing through glutes, dropping the hands, Tadasana. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, heart center. Full breath in, reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, rise, squeeze through those glutes. Arrive. Reach up. Hands to heart, this time deep bend through the knees. Use your breath. Exhale to rise, inhale to lower. Our exhale recruits the strength of the pelvic floor, that nice big hammock of muscles that slings underneath you. Next time you're coming down, just a little bend instead of the big bend. I like to put a hand to my belly and my back just to remind this part of my body to stay strong. Hover right foot this time, and little step backs and forward. Oh, so good. Next time, right foot is stepped back, place it down to the ground, arms overhead. Option to goalpost, feel the shoulder blades come together and slide down your back. Big deep breaths, creating space across your chest. Hands come down, option to interlace or me and my tight shoulders, finding that tool. Shoulder blades really coming together and sliding down. With an exhale, shoulder drops inside your left knee. Ooh, am I tight this side? Press into your leg, reach all the way up, shining the heart up to the sky. If you're using a strap, ditch it. Back heel is going to come up. We're going right into those lunges on this side. Adjusting your stance so it feels good in your body. Inhale, knee comes down. Exhale, it goes up. Two to three more rounds here. Our glutes are one of the biggest muscles in our body. And especially after we've had a baby, we tend to stand with our pelvis pushed forwards. And when we push our pelvis forwards, it turns off our glutes. And that can create a whole bunch of imbalances. So just a gentle reminder here to activate our glutes. Lunges are one of the hardest exercises for me. One more.
right knee down, and then setting up for that little bit of space creation in your hip flexor. Option to stay forward like this. Option to bring left hand to your hip and lift the left shoulder to the sky. And simply unwinding, straightening into left leg, hips moving back. Ooh, my body has been very sticky lately. I've been teaching a lot of postpartum yoga, which is great, but I don't have all that beautiful hormone relaxin flowing through, so things are feeling pretty tight. One more breath. And then we'll just bring our leg around. Taking one last chance here for a child's pose, for shapes that feel good in your body. And eventually we'll make our way all the way down to our backs. And again, not crunching our abdominal wall. Postpartum, it's really important to not roll down like this. We're putting pressure on our core system. Also to not do like a traditional gym crunch, which those aren't really good for anybody, but especially when we've had a baby. If we lift up here and push this out, it creates a lot of pressure on the front of the abdominal wall. And that has come apart when you're pregnant to make room for your body. So just not making those types of shapes. Option here to push into your feet, slide something under your hips, and then simply take your legs up to the sky. When you land here and legs at the wall, can you come back to the mantra that we established at the beginning of our practice? I love you. I'm thinking of yourself. Stay here for 5 more breaths, 5 more I love yous. Bring your feet down to the floor. Slide your bolster or pillow out from underneath you if you like. Option to put it under your knees again, just like when we started, or if it feels better. In any other position, take that. Find a moment to slide your shoulder blades towards your spine and inch them down towards your hips. Take a full breath in, really fill up all the way. Feel that tightness at the top of your breath in. Take one more sip of air. Hold. And then with your exhale, let it all go. taking this just couple of minutes in Savasana to restore, refresh. Quote from the book, Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It. Why love? Why not I like myself or I accept myself? Why, oh why does it have to be love? Here's my theory. If you've ever been a baby, you've experienced love. The mind knows it on a fundamental, even primal level. So unlike most words, love has the ability to slip past the conscious and into the subconscious, where magic happens. What if you don't believe you love yourself? Doesn't matter. Your role is to lay down the pathways, brick upon brick, reinforce the connections between the neurons. The mind already has a strong wiring for love. The body knows it as well. It knows that love nurtures, that love is gentle, that love is accepting. It knows that love heals. Your job is not to do any of these. Your job is to purely love yourself, truly and deeply. Feel it again and again. Make it your single-minded focus. The mind and body will respond automatically. Here's the best part, the one that makes me smile as I write this. As you love yourself, life loves you back. I don't think it has a choice either. I can't explain how it works, but I know it to be true. When you find yourself using the word magical to describe your life, you'll know what I'm talking about. Take one more breath in of I love, breath out of you.